Plymouth proudly presents for 59 the luxurious Sport Fury two-door hardtop, the beautiful Fury four-door hardtop.
From 1931 to 1960, Plymouth held the number 3 spot in U.S. car sales. It made a comeback in 1970, 1971, and again in 1974. But after that, things started to go downhill. Sales kept slipping, and by the end of the 2001 model year, Plymouth was gone for good. But during its peak, especially in 1957 and 1959, Plymouth gave the world one of its most legendary cars, the Fury. It was a car so impressive, rivals couldn't help but take notice and even try to copy it. When Chrysler rolled out its full-size lineup for 1957, brands like Chrysler, Dodge, DeSoto, and Imperial all got great reviews. But it was the Plymouth models that really stole the spotlight. Buyers were hooked, and competitors were left in awe. The 1957 Plymouth models were so advanced for their time that Plymouth used the slogan, "Suddenly, it's 1960." Even rivals thought it was clever. Some believed GM might even steal it. The cars had a low, wide, and long design that looked futuristic, and this bold styling carried into Plymouth's 1959 models. Ford followed suit with a similar design direction in 1960. Plymouth's styling was so far ahead that both GM and Ford were left playing catch-up. Sure, the 1957 Chevy is a classic now, but back then, it looked old-fashioned next to Plymouth's sleek full-size cars. And leading the charge in this design revolution was the Plymouth Fury. While its design didn't change much year to year, the 1957 to 1959 Fury had a look that stood out. 4 round headlights with sharp eyebrows and those tall vertical tail fins that screamed style. The 1959 Fury stood out with a unique M-shaped curve above the headlights and a new horizontal tire bulge on the trunk, giving it a more upscale Chrysler-like look. Back in 1957 and 1958, it wasn't just called the Fury, it was officially the Belvedere Fury, Plymouth's top-of-the-line performance model. It was only offered as a 2-door hardtop or a convertible. The Belvedere Fury actually made its debut in 1956, and here's something most people don't know. The 1956 version only came in white, with gold trim. In 1957, the color changed to light beige with gold accents, and in 1958, it got a bit darker, but the gold trim stayed. Then came 1959, and that's when Fury became its own separate model. With that change, Plymouth introduced more color choices, but also made the car more mainstream. The Fury could now be bought as a 4-door sedan, a 2-door or 4-door hardtop, and of course, the convertible. It was no longer just a special performance coupe, it became a family car too. Even though the 1959 Fury became more mainstream, Plymouth still offered a high-end performance-focused version called the Sport Fury. It was only available as a 2-door hardtop or convertible aimed at buyers who still wanted something sporty and stylish. From 1957 to 1959, the Fury delivered performance that was better than most of its competitors. In 1957 and 1958, it came with a 318 cubic inch V8 that made 290 gross horsepower thanks to its dual 4-barrel carburetors. It's important to note that this was the A-Series small block 318, not to be confused with the later LA Series 318 that Chrysler introduced later on. In 1958, buyers could upgrade the Fury with a 350 cubic inch B-Series big block V8, which made 305 gross horsepower using dual 4-barrel carburetors. There was also a more advanced option, a Bendix fuel-injected version of that same 350 V8, making 315 horsepower. But unfortunately, it had reliability issues and didn't live up to expectations. By 1959, the Fury came with several engine choices: a 230 horsepower 318 V8, a slightly stronger 260 horsepower version of that same engine, and a 305 horsepower B-Series 361 V8 with dual 4-barrel carburetors. To give you a feel for how quick these cars really were, Motor Trend tested the 1957 and 1958 Fury equipped with the dual 4-barrel 318, and it went from 0 to 60 miles per hour in just 8.7 seconds. The 1958 Fury, with the optional 350 V8, did it even faster, in just 7.7 seconds. That was seriously quick for the time, especially considering most other cars back then took well over 10 seconds. And it wasn't just about speed. The Fury also delivered surprisingly good braking and handling for a big car of that era. From 1957 to 1959, the Plymouth Fury gave buyers a few transmission options. You could get a 3-speed manual or go for Chrysler's advanced TorqueFlite 3-speed automatic, which used dash-mounted push buttons to shift gears, a cool and futuristic feature back then. In 1959, Plymouth added even more choices. A 2-speed PowerFlite automatic and a 4-speed manual became available. Inside, the Fury was just as impressive. The interior design felt both modern and classy. One of the standout new features in 1959 was the front swivel seats, which made getting in and out of the car much easier. A small detail, but one that drivers absolutely loved. Many car enthusiasts say the 1957 to 1959 Fury marked the end of an era. And honestly, they're not wrong. In 1960, the Fury transitioned from a traditional body-on-frame layout to a unibody design. After that shift, Plymouth never quite led the way in styling and performance like it did during those golden years. The only downside back then? Some quality control issues and rust problems. Still, despite those flaws, the 1957 through 1959 Furies are now seen as some of the finest cars Plymouth ever made. And the strong demand for them today proves they've truly stood the test of time. Looking back, the 1957 to 1959 Plymouth Fury wasn't just a car. It was a bold statement from a brand that dared to push the limits of style and performance. While Plymouth may not be around today, the Fury remains a powerful reminder of what the brand was capable of at its peak. These cars weren't just fast, they had character. From their dramatic tailfins to their powerful V8s and cutting-edge interiors, they captured the imagination of drivers in a way few cars ever have. In an era where many automakers played it safe, Plymouth took chances, and it paid off. That fearless attitude is exactly why the Fury still holds such a special place in the hearts of collectors and classic car fans. It's not just nostalgia. It's respect for a car that truly earned its legendary status. The Fury wasn't just ahead of its time. In many ways, it defined it. And now, we'd love to hear from you. Do you or someone you know own a 1957 to 1959 Plymouth Fury? Or maybe you've spotted one at a car show recently. Let us know in the comments below. We're always excited to hear your stories and experiences. These cars may be from a different era, but their impact is still felt today, and the community that surrounds them keeps their legacy alive. Thank you so much for watching and for supporting the Auto Academy channel. Your likes, comments, and subscriptions truly keep this journey going. If you haven't already, be sure to subscribe and hit that bell icon so you don't miss any of our future videos. We've got plenty more classic cars and hidden gems to explore. Until next time, keep the engines running and the passion alive.